Hello guys, this is Researcher Analysis Ryan, and today I would like to tell you about the contract papers which you sign in French Foreign Legion. And in this contract papers, what are the terms and conditions? I know many people in Legion Étrangère who do not have the exact knowledge of what this contract is because you never knew French at that point and you can't understand the whole thing. They give you the contract paper and they just make you sign, you don't have the time to read it. But what exactly it says? French Foreign Legion doesn't care about whether you know the contract papers or not. The rule is this, they are dominating there, they are the powers there, and you are just a candidate who can be eradicated like this. I would like to tell you the points which are the most important points, and before you joining Legion you must know this because you will have the time. I know the guys who are always in contact with me gonna be selected. Many have been selected and soon I will be having the proofs of those. Soon I will be having the proof of these guys who got selected because they're gonna message me soon. Soon it is the completion of the 4 months and they're gonna get a mobile. Maybe in 6 months they're gonna do it, So guys, I will tell you about the French Foreign Legion contract. The first contract says his service begin as of the date of his signature on this contract. Okay, so if you sign a contract after 14 days, that means you are not eligible to get the pay for the 14 days. Because in this 40 days, maybe they were just analyzing you, and then after 14 days, you sign a contract in Paris or in Oban. After the signature of this contract, it's only eligible, you will get 40 euros per day, all right? That's how it becomes 1200 euros per month. This contract includes a 6-month probationary period, eventually renewable by military authority. As you know, probation, which I have been teaching you, before. Probation, what is probation? In which individual has the right to understand French Foreign Legion and he has the right to even quit in the French Foreign Legion in the starting 6 months. The probationary period takes effect as of the date of signature on this contract. This contract does not become final until the termination of the probationary period. Okay, the probationary period is from both the ends. French Foreign Legion also as well as the candidates. They both have the right to make a decision in this probationary period. The candidate has the right to get out. The candidate has the right to quit. The French Foreign Legion has the right to remove you. Alright? The French Foreign Legion has the right to remove you in this 6 months. Again the repetition. They have the right to remove and they have removed many individuals. During the initial probationary period, this contract can be terminated. As I said, both the parties, French Foreign Legion and the candidate has the right to finish the contract within the probationary period. All the request of the recruit agreed upon military authority for personal reasons or for notable difficulties in adaptation expressed until the end of the 4 months of service. In this case, the final decision of the commandant should be signified before the end of the initial probationary period. If the guy is unable to adapt himself, adapt himself to the culture of the Legion, so the French Foreign Legion has the right to remove them. Also, the French Foreign Legion has a right to remove them on the medical purpose. The candidate also has the right to get himself out at any time by military authority by reason of medical unsuitability for a pre-existing cause of enlistment. Alright, you got enlisted and before you had some problems in your body and they come to know in the probationary period, okay, this guy has this problem and he did not say it in the interview process. In the recruitment process, he did not say about his problems. So if they find anything, who was pre-existing before the recruitment, they have the right to remove you. Unsuitable for employment or for serving the ranks of the Foreign Legion. The guy who is unsuitable, the inability to adapt to military life. Inability, some people are unable. Even though they love the military life, but they are unable because maybe they miss the family or it's very hard for them emotionally, emotions attachment. And military life is it's tough. During the renewed probationary period, this contract can be terminated by military authority for employment unsuitability or for the inability to adapt to military life. At any time, this contract can be annulled as of the condition fixed in Article 32. The Article 32 says this contract can be stopped immediately on some immediate purposes at the agreed upon request of the recruit for urgent personal reasons that have befallen him and been duly acknowledged since the signing of this contract. For reasons of physical unsuitability by military authority for professional insufficiency or a disciplinary measure. the guy is fighting again and again, he always had the fight. He's completely mentally fucked, and he's fighting in the Legion all the time. So this guy, they have the right to terminate him. They don't really care about putting him in the jail or anything, why to feed someone stranger, putting money for no reasons. So these guys, they are like removed out of Legion in like a couple of days or 3 days, or maximum 1 week. Article 32 states that if any recruit has any personal issues, he get the family attentions or something like this, and he has the right to go out and come back to Legion as well. And these rights are set by the colonel, and you have to sign a paper that you have the right to come back again, and your issue is this. You get the problem with your wife, you have to think you got some problem in the family life or something like this, you have the right to stop the contract, annul the contract, and you can come back again. Then that is described by the colonel, which the candidate has promised to serve with honor and fidelity as of this day, and has pledged in this course of this first contract to not prevail upon service or qualifications previously held by French right. Contractee has equally promised to serve in the ranks of the Foreign Legion everywhere that the government deems it necessary to send him, and after having been informed of his present act, has signed with us. Fellow I knew in my regiment was constantly in trouble and in jail for one thing or another, and finally took the initiative and asked to be released from his contract. He wasn't able to adapt to life in the Legion and all that it demands. So they let him go without a lot of contention. In these 6 months, as you finish the 6 months in Castle Notary, the 6 months of training, they send you to Oban, and from Oban you go to your particular regiments in which you're going to pass your training, the extra tough trainings, to be in the regiment. So when you go to the Oban, you are still asked by the commandant if you still want to survive and continue, if you still want to continue Legion. So at that time it's very sensitive, and 35 to 40% they leave. So it depends on individual to individual, but you have the right to check out the probationary period. Probationary period is valid for both the parties. I would like to give you such knowledge more and more, and my knowledge is point to point. It takes less time with quality knowledge, and I want to make French Foreign Legion crystal clear to you guys. All right, so you will understand, okay, this guy has helped us, and I want to also help people with the military mind. I know there are many people, who deserve to be in French Foreign Legion. I always try to find some authentic information. Also, I try to find the prospects from many people who watch my videos, the prospects from my mails. Many people are getting selected, and many gonna be selected, and with the help of this channel, people gonna understand more and more crazy knowledge. Alright guys, do subscribe this channel. I'll be giving you more and more information. Alright, thank you. Salut. Bye bye.